Okay, so now let's say we've stayed with it and through a few more messages and just hear how desperate this person feels to get their needs, feel like their needs matter. Okay. Now, so when a person's in pain and we have giraffe ears, we guess that the first thing they want, the need that they have, is empathy, understanding for what's going on in them. And now, how do we know whether they've had enough of that? Well, if the person's had the empathy they need at this moment, first of all, it feels good. Oh, wow. Just to have somebody hear you without giving you advice, without criticizing you, without them taking it personally. What a gift. What a gift. Martin Buber, the Israeli philosopher and psychotherapist, says it's the most precious gift one human being can give to another. The presence that empathy requires. Just that we still any reaction on our part, longing to just stay with the other person. We don't push down our feelings. It's more that we are fully attending to them. What a gift to give to another human being. But now, let's also look at how to help the other person after the empathy, after we see that they feel good right now. It hasn't solved the problem. I don't mean feel good that everything has been solved. I mean a relief that somebody is hearing me. And that's one sign then, this relief. The other, notice the person stops talking now. They don't seem to have an urge to continue. But even then, we have to be careful. They might still have more. So before we move to the next step, we say, is there more you'd like to express, to be heard? And we're slow to get away. You see, we're not in a hurry to get past this. No, you understood me. Mm-hmm. Okay, now we move to the post-empathy request. We always assume that the first thing the person wants is empathy. Now, what form, that takes some guessing sometimes. Sometimes the person doesn't need us to repeat verbally. Sometimes they just can see it in our eyes that we have understood their feelings and needs. If that's the case, we don't always have to say it out loud. But sometimes they need it. So we have to learn by guessing, and sometimes we're going to guess wrong. Sometimes we're not going to say it because we think we've understood. There's no need to say it out loud, and the person's going to say, well, do you understand me? Say something. Oh, okay, so are you feeling because you're needing? And sometimes we're going to do that. Are you feeling? I don't need that now. I need an answer. Okay, so we'll guess wrong. That's okay. But now, after the empathy, we need to help this person get clear what they want from us after the empathy. See? Now, if the person's been real vulnerable, very often what they want, and seldom know how to ask for, is this. If they had a giraffe consciousness, after making themselves this vulnerable, they would say this. I need you to tell me how you feel right now that you've heard this. I need to see what's alive in you, how you feel, what your needs are. But people seldom are conscious enough to ask for that. The closest they can come is something like this. Well, you must think I'm pretty stupid to get so upset about this. But that really means, okay, you've heard me. I'm very vulnerable now. Please tell me what's alive in you right now. How are you feeling? What are you needing? But sometimes that isn't what they want. Sometimes what the person wants is some advice. They need us to suggest some ways that they could better meet their needs. But if we guess they want advice when they need the other, it's very painful for them. If we're giving them advice when they really need to hear how we feel, it makes it painful for them.